the zebra case?
I assume everybody here knows what the zebra case is all about. Um, Now, I, like a lot of other blacks in San Francisco, are quite disturbed about the zebra killings, mostly because we see the ultimate victims of the zebra killings as being blacks rather than whites. Now, what has happened is he's killed approximately 11 white people, and well, I mean, maybe it's 14 or 15. Supposedly there's a number 18 altogether. But as a result of that number of whites, now they've actually initiated a so-called stop and search procedure, which on paper says that they will stop all black males between the ages of 20 and 30 who fit the composite description. That's what they have said publicly. Now, from our previous experience with the police and the mayor, we know that what that means is that essentially they're stopping almost all black males on the street, and that essentially you'd better stray off the streets after dark. And there are numerous examples where they've stopped black men who were 59 years old, weighing 220 pounds, and this man was supposedly weighing 145. Newsweek magazine even reported a case of them going into a movie theater, flushing out the black males in the audience and taking them out into the lobby and searching them. Okay, now this is what they've done after 11 killings, and they keep demanding that blacks, instead of being, as one person puts it, petty about being searched and stopped, that they should condemn the zebra killings, which is the same thing as saying that the entire black community in San Francisco carries some kind of collective responsibility for what, as far as we know, one person has done. You know, and the implications of that are rather ominous, because we're talking about one person or perhaps four, which is another thing that's come up now. They're saying that there are four, but they only have one description. You know, so that they found that one person, there's a possibility they might still have to deal with three others. But that if, you know, if there are any more killings, and they're willing to take these rather harsh, unconstitutional measures of dealing with the entire black male population on the basis of those 11, there's, you know, no telling what they might do in the future if the killings continue. I mean, curfews are quite a possibility, or probability, I should say. It's a curfew for the black population. They're already talking about going into black homes to search for them, and even evacuation can't be ruled out. Because the white population there is in a state of mild hysteria over it, which to a certain extent is understandable, although it's not particularly logical on the basis of the numbers, you know, and their chances of being killed. But still, you know, he has been killing people simply walking down the street, so that if you are outside, then that possibility exists that you could be killed. Yeah, but as I said, this is one person that they know about, and as a result, they're essentially harassing about 120,000 black people in San Francisco. Well, they're being hit harder by inflation and the so-called energy shortage in whites, as all poor people are. You know, that and the fact that as a group, even if they're middle class, they're not as aware of the means for protecting themselves against inflation, like investments in certain blue ribbon stocks, or putting their money in a savings account that'll give them 8% interest, you know, to keep up with the level of inflation. So they're being hurt much more than the majority population, yeah. Well, I don't see much of a trend in that direction. If nothing else, inflation and Watergate and so forth tend to have taken the white population's minds off of blacks, period. They seem to be now more concerned with their own survival and the problems of keeping up with the increase in prices and so forth, which might make it a little bit more difficult for politicians to exploit the white backlash this coming election, since people aren't as concerned about busing and other matters as they are now about the energy crisis and and Watergate and inflation. Yeah. So I see the trend almost in the opposite direction, really.
Thank you for coming. I guess if for those that wish to attend the reception at the center, I guess that will start probably another 15, 20 minutes. Thank you again.